All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. This fielded at the 2. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Play action. Now Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. He's got a first down past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved. Able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guy's. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
That good for 22 and a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now throwing on first down and completing it. A gain of 6 there on first.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 26 and a first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Ready? Go. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Give me something.
Now Gordon on first down. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
And it's 3rd down.
Come on, Shaq. Get the flag. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Gordon. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Mayfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
King. Hey, dude. Recon, 132 fighter.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. He's really putting together a spectacular season. That interception, number 11 now on the year.
And I know we're all taught that 7 is a lucky number. I'd say 11 is for him, huh? No doubt about it.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Be ready. 36.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. 3rd and goal, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Mayfield looks to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think you might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mack Wilson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. There's Jackson on 3rd and long. He'll buy some time right. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 24 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Snead's got it. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Gordon. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Motion.
On 3rd down, this is Melvin Gordon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Tucker's kick is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 39-yard line.
Set. 180. Watch by 4. They can't hang with us.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 48-yard line.
Mike. 180. Watch the run, watch the run.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go, let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up. Watch the shit.
Second and 5 now. Jackson flush to his right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 14-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Regular. Sway. Alert.
To throw, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right.
They can't stop us. They cannot hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down. and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big. You're being shut out. Let's see. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack.
Check. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield now. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Mayfield will let it go deep for Beckham, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Jackson on 1st down. Dances by him. This one complete to Ingram. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Melvin Gordon with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Makes the score Ravens 31. Browns nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. But you just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Mike 20. Watch the out. Watch the out. Hey, Mike 20.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Man open. That's Damian Ratley. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Off. No, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Too little, Cupcake.
Throwing is Jackson. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. They run it here with Gordon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
His pass caught at the 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
I'm coming after you.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. One man in the backfield. That's Gordon. Second and goal.
You. Mike.
They go play action with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Here's Jackson. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And now here is another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better.
53's the mark.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. This is caught. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker now for the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score, Ravens 48, Browns nothing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And we're back now here in Cleveland. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield. They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing. Mayfield. Got an open man. It's Radley. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 44-yard line. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 26. And now look at him go. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. 49.
And now Mayfield on the bootleg. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Run, run, run. Let's go. Mike 20, Mike 20.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Ready. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
Ready. 15 on it. 15 on it. Any weapon. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check Mike. Now. Full trot.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mack Wilson able to record his 5th sack of the season. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Running right, it's a handoff to Gordon. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Fourth down, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. There he goes, right side. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message? If you're under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Run. Alert 3.
Mayfield looks to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Matt Judon, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Mayfield to throw it. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
An 8-yard loss brings up 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Mayfield. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. As time